Ignore a woman's past and destroy your future. In this video, I'm going to tell you about 11 extremely dangerous red flags, and if you notice them in a woman early in the relationship, it's a sign of trouble. Many of these red flags show that these girls haven't matured and aren't fit for a serious, healthy, and lasting relationship. Let's face it, we men don't have time to waste on spoiled and immature girls, right? So stay tuned and stick with me until the end to follow along. And once again, Stoics! Thank you so much to the channel subscribers. You are my family, and I create this content for you. Love you guys. Red flag 1. Wearing many piercings. Having piercings is a personal choice, and there's nothing wrong with someone expressing their individuality this way. However, an excess of piercings can be a red flag if associated with certain behaviors or lifestyles that may not be compatible with a healthy relationship. Imagine you're dating Julia, who has piercings on almost every visible part of her body, from her face to her belly and ears. While you're at the market, you notice she frequently attracts curious and judgmental looks. While the piercings themselves aren't the issue, the behavior associated with them can be a warning sign. Julia may be using the piercings as a way to attract attention or express a rebellious streak that could manifest in other areas of her life. She might have a tendency to engage in impulsive or risky behaviors. Studies show that people who constantly seek attention may struggle to maintain stable and healthy relationships. Many piercings can reflect a search for identity or external validation. If Julia is constantly changing her appearance to attract others' attention, it might indicate a deep-seated insecurity that she tries to mask with her outward appearance. It's essential to observe whether she's comfortable with herself or relies on external approval to feel good. Talk to her about her choices and see if there's a balance between personal expression and the need for external validation. If she uses the piercings in a healthy and balanced way, it may not be a problem. However, if you notice this is tied to impulsive behaviors or a constant search for attention, it's crucial to discuss these issues openly and assess if you are aligned in terms of values and life goals. Red flag 2. Wearing very short clothes. Clothes are a form of personal expression, but frequently wearing very short clothes can be a red flag, depending on the context and associated behavior. Imagine you're dating Julia, and she always opts for extremely short and revealing clothes, regardless of the occasion. At the supermarket, the gym, or even family events, she chooses outfits that attract a lot of attention. The issue here isn't just the choice of clothing, but what it might indicate about Julia's need to be the center of attention. If she's constantly seeking validation through her appearance, there could be underlying insecurity. Additionally, dressing extremely provocatively in all situations can bring discomfort and insecurity to her partner. Julia might be trying to assert her sexuality or gain confidence through external approval. Studies indicate that people who heavily depend on external validation may struggle to form healthy and stable relationships. The constant need to be noticed can create tensions and misunderstandings, especially if both partners' values are not aligned. It's important to talk about each other's views on appearance and external attention. If Julia dresses in short clothes because she likes it and feels good, that's one thing. But if she needs it to feel validated, it's a sign of underlying insecurities that need addressing. Evaluate if she's open to discussing these topics and finding a balance that works for both of you. Red flag 3. Being a TikTok dancer, being active on social media, especially platforms like TikTok, isn't a problem in itself, but can be a red flag depending on behavior and content posted. Imagine Julia is a TikTok dancer known for her provocative and viral videos. At the gym, she constantly stops to record new content, interrupting her workout to make videos that attract more followers. The main issue here is the priority Julia gives to her online presence over her relationship and personal life. If she's more focused on gaining followers and likes than building a meaningful relationship, it can create an imbalance. The relentless pursuit of online popularity might indicate a need for external validation and dependence on virtual approval. Moreover, provocative content can attract unwanted attention and create uncomfortable situations. Julia might be exposed to negative comments, online harassment, and unrealistic expectations. This constant exposure can affect her self-esteem and emotional well-being, impacting the relationship as well. It's crucial to assess how Julia manages her online presence and whether it interferes with her daily life. Talk about the boundaries of what is shared publicly and the importance of maintaining a healthy balance between the virtual and real worlds. If she's open to these discussions and willing to prioritize the relationship, it might not be an issue. However, if the quest for fame and online validation is more important to her, it's a warning sign that shouldn't be ignored. Red flag 4. Being an influencer. Being a digital influencer or blogger may seem glamorous but can hide some significant red flags. Imagine you're dating Julia, who's known for sharing every detail of her life on social media. From breakfast to intimate moments, everything is documented and posted online. At the market, she stops every 5 minutes to take photos of products and post them on social media. This behavior can be problematic if Julia is more focused on her online image than living in the moment. The need to share everything might indicate a constant search for validation and external approval. Moreover, continuous exposure can pose risks to privacy and security. Another issue is the impact this public life has on the relationship. If Julia is always busy creating content, responding to followers, and maintaining her online presence, there may not be enough time or energy to invest in the relationship. The pressure to maintain a perfect online image can create tensions and unrealistic expectations. Discuss the boundaries between personal and public life with Julia. Assess whether she can maintain a healthy balance, and if she's willing to prioritize the relationship over online fame. If the pursuit of followers and validation is more important to her, it can be a red flag indicating insecurity and misaligned priorities. Red flag 5. Her sexual past. My dad always told me, ignore a woman's past and destroy her future. A person's sexual past can be a delicate topic, but it's essential to consider it within a relationship. Let's say you meet Laura, and during a casual conversation at the beach, she mentions having had many sexual partners in short relationships. This alone isn't an issue, but if she frequently talks about these experiences indiscreetly, it might indicate a distorted view of intimacy and commitment. The main red flag here is the lack of discretion and how she handles her past. If Laura constantly compares you to ex-partners or brings up her past adventures, it might indicate a lack of emotional maturity and disrespect for the current relationship. Intimacy should be built on mutual respect and trust. If her past interferes with the present, it's essential to discuss your feelings and establish clear boundaries. Red flag 6. Your woman wanting to have male friends. Having friends of the opposite sex isn't a problem in itself, but it can become a red flag depending on the context and behavior. Imagine you're dating Julia and she insists on frequently going out with a male friend named Pedro, even when you express discomfort. At the gym, you notice they have an intimacy that goes beyond friendship, with frequent touching and conversations full of camaraderie. The problem arises when these male friends start taking more time and attention than you in the relationship. If Julia prioritizes Pedro over you and doesn't respect your feelings, that's a big red flag. Studies show that emotional intimacy with friends of the opposite sex can harm romantic relationships, creating insecurity and distrust. Don't ignore this sign. Openly discuss your boundaries and observe if there's a willingness to adjust behavior. Red flag 7. Perfect father figure. A woman's relationship with her father can reveal a lot about how she behaves in relationships. Imagine you're dating Anna, who always describes her father as a perfect and unattainable man. At the market, she frequently mentions how her father did everything for her and how no one will ever compare to him. If Anna is constantly comparing you to her father and expecting you to fill the same roles, that's a red flag. This idealization can create unrealistic expectations and an imbalance in the relationship. Men shouldn't be seen as substitutes for perfect father figures. It's crucial for Anna to recognize the individuality of each partner and not project her familial expectations onto the current relationship. Red flag 8. Promiscuous friends. A person's friends can influence their behavior and values. Suppose you're dating Camilla, and she has a group of friends known for being promiscuous and frequently partying. At the gym, you hear her talking with her friends about their previous night's adventures and realize these encounters are common. If Camilla constantly participates in these activities and engages in questionable behaviors with her friends, that's a red flag. Promiscuous friends can pressure Camilla to adopt lifestyles that aren't compatible with a healthy and committed relationship. Evaluate whether her behavior reflects the values you seek in a relationship, and honestly discuss your concerns. Red flag 9. Raising her voice and being demeaning. Communication is the foundation of any healthy relationship. If your partner frequently raises her voice and uses demeaning words, that's a major red flag. Imagine you and Maria are arguing about something trivial at the supermarket, and she starts shouting and calling you offensive names. This abusive behavior is unacceptable and can have a devastating impact on self-esteem and emotional well-being. Women who resort to shouting and insults to resolve conflicts demonstrate a lack of communication and problem-solving skills. Studies show that relationships with abusive communication have high rates of dissatisfaction and breakups. Prioritize your well-being and establish clear boundaries about how you expect to be treated. Red flag 10. Wanting to be the center of attention, very talkative. Everyone likes attention, but wanting to be the center of attention all the time can be a red flag. Think of Fernanda, who always wants to be the center of attention in any social situation. At the market, she talks loudly, interrupts conversations, and monopolizes everyone's time with her stories. This behavior might indicate insecurity and a constant need for external validation. People who need to be the center of attention often have difficulty providing support and attention to their partner. If Fernanda can't share the space and focus, it can create resentment and imbalance in the relationship. Observe whether she can offer the same level of attention and support that she demands. Red flag 11. Being obsessed with celebrity lifestyle. Being a fan of celebrities isn't a problem, but when someone is obsessed with the celebrity lifestyle, it can be a red flag. Imagine you're dating Julia, and she's constantly talking about the latest fashion trends, luxurious trips, and parties celebrities attend. At the gym, she mentions wanting the same glamorous life she sees on Instagram. This obsession with the celebrity lifestyle might indicate dissatisfaction with reality and a constant desire for something superficial. Julia may have unrealistic expectations about life and the relationship, expecting a level of glamour that isn't sustainable or healthy. Solid relationships are based on real values and authentic experiences, not idealizations of a perfect life. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and if you want more tips on navigating the world of relationships, watch the video appearing on your screen now. See you next time. See you there.